Ferrall from Hurley's in New York City at 48th and Broadway. Don't forget they're going to have the Pacquiao Margarita fight on the 13th, Saturday night from Dallas at Cowboy Stadium. Also, they're taking reservations for Thanksgiving Day. Go to hurleysnyc.com for the skinny. I'm back from Vegas at another huge, successful Tony Hawk Foundation Stand Up for Skate Parks event at the Wynn Resort. And they are building a new skate park at Hyde Park Rotary in Vegas. And it was awesome being around all of the people there. Andre Agassi, Steffi Graf, you name it, they were there. Howie Madison. There was all kinds of freaks there. Bill Walton, Big Rat Styling with Tony Hawk and Sean White. You got to love that. Old school Bruins with the Hook. And a brilliant career in the NBA as well. And certainly they love him in Boston. But he was just so awesome to hang out with. Anyway, I had a great event. And if you want to get involved, go to standupforskateparks.org. Let's go back to the games last week that we talked about on Pain Day as far as college was concerned. Tech beat Georgia Tech, but the Yellow Jackets covered. So the Hokies lost their first two, haven't lost since, and I think they're cruising toward an ACC title game. Arkansas, I told you they were going to go to South Carolina and beat the Gamecocks because they said they were better and that Mallett was a better quarterback than Garcia, and I believe that to this day, and you'll see it when he goes into the NFL. A lot higher than Garcia. Nebraska, I told you they'd go to Ames and have trouble. Last year was 9-7. I said it'd be low scoring, and Iowa State would cover. They did, but Nebraska won the game. Kansas State killed Texas and covered. A game that we didn't talk about, we got to mention, Michigan in triple overtime beat Illinois at the Big House 67-65. Too bad I had Illinois in 3. Shiggity. The Ducks continued to roll. They pounded Washington and covered easily. TCU beat the piss out of Utah. And everybody thought Utah, unbeaten going into it at home, would give them a game, including me. And the Horned Frogs are 10-0. It's as simple as that. And they're a brutal team, and they can beat anybody. Stanford beat Arizona and Palo Alto and covered. Oklahoma State beat up Baylor and covered. LSU upset Alabama, if you want to call it that. Tigers cover at the Death Valley. They just don't lose there. Boise State, again, last year 54-6 over Hawaii. This year, same thing. Hawaii scored once, and Boise State blew them out. So let's talk about this week's games that are coming up that you should have interest in because they're the best games of the week, and they're either on TV or you can find them somewhere on TV. Pitt and UConn. The games at UConn were a couple of weeks ago. UConn came up big at home and started winning games. Now they're at like 500. But Pitt is a lot like Tech. Ever since their struggles early, losing a couple games, they've won every game since. And they're unbeaten in the Big East. I say they go to UConn and get it done. Georgia at Auburn. People are saying, Ferrall, Auburn's going to stumble and it'll be TCU or Boise State in the title game. Well, I don't think they're going to stumble against Georgia because they're flat out better than Georgia. I don't like Murray, the Georgia quarterback. I love Cam Newton. I don't even care if he took money, even though they say he didn't. Who's to believe who? I'll take Auburn in this game, though. Last year, 31-24 Georgia. This time around, Auburn by at least 2 touchdowns. Oregon going to Cal. Cal's playing with a backup quarterback, which means they're going to get their asses beat. Ducks roll here. Last year, 42-3. This year, how does 62-3 sound? South Carolina and Florida. Last year, Florida beat them 24-14. That was with Tebow. They were laying 17.5. Did not cover. This year, they're playing in Gainesville in the swamp. And Florida is going to beat them again. South Carolina, like they always do, start strong, finish weak. Gators get it done and roll. And Clemson, Florida State's going to be a heck of a football game. Florida State's been struggling. Last year they lost to Clemson 40-24. I say to Seminoles, return the favor, ponder with a big game in Tallahassee, and they get it done. Joe Paterno won his 400th comeback style against Northwestern, blew them out in the second half, particularly in the fourth quarter. Now they go to the Horseshoe in Columbus to face the Buckeyes, who've been rolling since they lost their one game in Madison. And last year was 24-7, Ohio State. This year, same kind of thing. I say Ohio State gets it done by 2 touchdowns at least, maybe more. First of all, they don't lose in Columbus, and they're not losing this game to Penn State. It could get ugly in Ohio. Oklahoma State and Texas. Look, everyone's beating Texas this year. Mac Brown's worst nightmare. K-State kicked him in the teeth. Oklahoma State's going to do the same thing. Last year, Texas beat them 41-14. This year, same thing, the other way around. Take the Cowboys. A&M and Baylor. A&M, huge upset of Oklahoma. Now they go to Baylor, and they get beat. Last year, USC and Arizona, great game. Wildcats win at 21-17. Trojans this time, though. I'm taking them on the road. Arizona has had trouble lately getting it done. They lose to Stanford. They're going to lose to the Trojans. And Stanford keeps winning. They got Arizona State. They're going to beat Arizona State, and they're going to do it in Tempe against the Sun Devils. I love this team. I love their quarterback, Luck. I love their coach, Harbaugh. These are great games this week. And you know you can always find us here at Hurley's. Don't forget about the opening on Black Friday of the Affliction store, the Garden State Plaza in New Jersey on the 17th. Pro football's next, baby. Let's talk Pain Day, NFL style, with the games that everybody likes action on. Get some of that cheddar going. We're at Hurley's. Don't go anywhere. We're coming back with the pros next. Get some.